Hey guys, welcome back to another lesson in my piano course for beginners level 2. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and if you like what you see, give this video a thumbs up. If you're interested in getting the accompanying method book for this course, there's going to be links for that below, and I also offer online piano lessons. If you're looking for one, there's going to be information below. In this lesson, we're going to learn about the G major scale, a new scale, and key signatures. Until now, we only played the C major scale, and every piece or song we learned was in the key of C major. Let's have a look at our new scale, the G major scale. In the previous lesson, we learned about the major scale formula, the tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, which is going to help us build the G major scale. So let's start on the G, which is our first note. And according to the formula, we need a tone. So a tone after G would be A because there's one black key between them. So A is our second note. Then we need another tone. So B is going to be the next note because A and B is a tone. Then we need a semitone between B and C. We need another tone, so the next note is going to be D. We need another tone, so the next note is going to be E. And here, the next note is F, which is a semitone, but according to the formula, we need a tone. So what we can do to the F is we can add a sharp to it to make it F sharp, and E and F sharp now is going to be a tone because there is one white key between them. So that's why we need to use the sharp in the G major scale to make sure that the formula is valid. And then we need a semitone, and F sharp to G is a semitone because there's nothing between them. So the notes of the G major scale are as follows: G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. And F sharp is our special note, the black key in the scale. We can notate a piece in G major just by using sharps for every single F. But when a piece is using all the notes of the G major scale and it uses a lot of F sharps, we can use something called a key signature. So if a piece of music uses the notes of the G major scale, we can say that the piece is in the key of G major. If a piece uses the notes of the C major scale, then the piece is in the key of C major. In order to avoid using all these sharps, we're going to use a key signature, which you can see on the screen now, and that means that we're going to place a sharp at the beginning of every single line, both in the right hand and in the left hand after the clef. And this sharp sign at the beginning is going to mean that every F in the entire piece is automatically going to be F sharp, so we don't need to add any accidentals within the piece to make it easier for us to read. But we have to remember throughout the piece that every single F is A sharp. It's very important that in the key signature, the F sharp in the right hand is going to be on the top line, and the F sharp in the left hand is going to be on the fourth line in the bass clef. Now let's try to play the G major scale using the key signature, so just using the F sharp at the beginning of the line and playing the entire scale with the correct fingering. Don't forget, if you want to play an F natural when you have an F sharp in the key signature, you have to use the natural sign for that one note because the key signature already made that note a sharp. So let's start with the right hand. We're going to start on the G number 1, number 2 on the A, number 3 on the B, and the thumb crossing 1 on the C, 2 on the D, 3 on the E, 4 on the F sharp, and 5 on the G. Coming back, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crossing number 3 over, 2 on the A and 1 on the G. So identical to the C major finger numbers and thumb crossings. Left hand is going to start 5 on the G, 4 on the A, 3 on the B, 2 on the C, 1 on the D, and now we cross number 3 over to the E, F sharp number 2, and 1 on the G. Coming back, F sharp, E, crossing on the number 1 onto the D, C number 2, 3, 4 on the A, and 5 on the G. Practice a lot hands separately before you try it together because again the hands need to get used to the crossing on those specific notes. Now let's try it hands together very slowly. Both hands start on the G, right hand on the 1 and left hand on the 5. G, A, B, right hand crosses under to the C, left hand carries on. Left hand crosses over number 3 onto the E, right hand carries on. F sharp and finishing 5 and 1. Coming back. Left hand crosses on the 1 onto the D, right hand carries on number 2. Right hand crosses over number 3 onto the B, left hand carries on, and G. So in motion. As with any scale, the two most important things are to make sure you've got complete fluency in speed or rhythm, so no slowing down, no stopping anywhere, especially at the thumb crossings. Nothing like that. Make sure you go slow enough so that you don't have to stop at the thumb crossing and you can do it smoothly and seamlessly. And second most important thing is to have complete consistency in the sound or tone, so none of the notes stick out. And again, being very careful with the thumb at the thumb crossing. It's a very strong finger and sometimes this can happen. We really push that thumb very strongly into the keys. So keeping it nice and consistent and very even sound. Every note the same loudness and the same key attack. When you note hands together, make sure to start very slowly and build up on speed every day a little bit faster than the day before. If you start making more mistakes, go back to a slower speed. Now that we learned the G major scale, in the next lessons let's learn some pieces in the new key of G major.